What up, big dogs? Welcome to the muck hole. Today I'm going to be talking about the Telepathy Tapes. It's a documentary series that claims non-vocal autistic people are communicating through some kind of psychic connection, usually with a parent or caretaker acting as the channel. It's being marketed like a breakthrough, but it's a straight up fantasy. This isn't new, it's just another version of a discredited method called facilitated communication. It has the same core problems, the same logical failures, but now it's wrapped in spiritual language and it has professional editing to make it go down smoother. So let's go over some claims real quick. The documentary was created by some hag named Kai Dickens. It features clips of autistic individuals typing or spelling out complex thoughts, sometimes with a parent holding their hand, sometimes with no touch at all, but always with someone nearby reacting to their movements. The messages being typed are often about identity, trauma, love, the soul, and awakening humanity. Hogwash like that. That's what this whole thing hinges on. The idea that these individuals have full internal monologues trapped inside them, just waiting for the right adult to unlock them. What's different now is the packaging. The language for telepathy tapes is softer, more spiritual, and less clinical, but the structure is the exact same. So let's go over what the research actually shows. Facilitated communication was tested in controlled double-blind studies. In those tests, the facilitators were shown one prompt and the client was shown another one, a separate one. The typed response always matched what the facilitator saw. That alone tells you what was happening. The facilitator, not the client, was the one producing the message, usually without realizing it as well. In most of these cases, the facilitator was physically guiding the person's hand. In the telepathy tapes, though, it varies. Some clips show clear physical guidance or cues with light touches or moving the letterboard, but others don't show direct contact at all. But someone is always within eyesight, watching and reacting. That kind of setup opens the door for the clever Hans effect. It's when someone appears to perform a skill, but they're actually picking up on unintentional cues from the observer. These aren't independent messages. They're produced by the facilitator whether they realize it or not, and attributed to someone who can't confirm or deny them. So why is this taking off? The telepathy tapes were already starting to float around TikTok and Instagram, but when Joe Rogan latched onto it, it exploded. Then Jay Shetty jumped in too. No skepticism, no challenge, just nodding along like this was some profound breakthrough instead of some recycled scam. These fucking guys have massive platforms and they're using them to peddle complete bullshit to millions of people, especially desperate parents who are just trying to understand their kids. There's no excuse for it. Rogan and Shetty aren't dumb, they just don't give a fuck. They'll amplify anything as long as it gets clicks or fits the vibe they're selling. And Kai Dickens, she's not some well-meaning advocate either. She's a grifter, straight up. She's selling snake oil dressed as empowerment, while completely ignoring the decades of research that already debunked this. This isn't raising awareness, it's actively spreading misinformation that harms autistic people and their families, with zero accountability for anyone involved. In fact, the opposite. These people are rewarded and praised. Makes me want to slam my head into a wall. This isn't harmless, it's actively dangerous. It gives the illusion of communication, but without the safeguards that ensures it's real. Its harm isn't hypothetical. Facilitated communication has led to actual documented cases of false abuse allegations that nearly destroyed families. Typed messages were used to accuse parents and teachers of crimes they never committed. On top of that, it derails actual progress. Families stop pursuing evidence-based practices like ABA, AAC options, or speech therapy because they're told that their child is already communicating, just on a different level. And most importantly, this practice steals the voices of the people that they claim to be at the center of it. It replaces their actual communicative behavior with messages that someone else wants to hear. And why do people still believe it? The emotional pull is real. If your kid hasn't spoken and someone tells you that they're fully aware and just waiting for the right conditions to express it, of course you want to believe that. That's not on the parents. That's on the people selling this. People like Kai Dickens, who are packaging false hope as revelation and acting like anyone who questions it just doesn't get it. This isn't a bold new discovery, it's a willful denial of everything we've learned, designed to manipulate people who are vulnerable and exhausted. And the more traction it gets, the more families get pulled into a system that delays real communication, real support, and real dignity. If this was real, if telepathy or this kind of intuitive communication actually worked, it would hold up in controlled testing. But it doesn't, and it never has. If you care about non-vocal autistic people, the goal should be to provide real, verifiable, independent ways for them to communicate, not to project someone else's beliefs onto them. This isn't empowering, it's exploitation dressed up as hope.